Hey, so let's talk about the next big thing with generative AI. I'm really excited to show you this. It's Devin AI. And the reason why I find it so interesting is it's true that I see it as a next extension where we take just the regular chat uh, interaction that we know from now, like with Claude or OpenAI Chat GPT, but now we will be able to take it to the next level and create like autonomous tool uh, that can create something for us like in a bigger scale. Let's jump into it. It gives more sense when we look into this and this Devin AI that is becoming available probably already this year. We don't know exactly when. It's still not publicly available for the use. But what it will do is like a software engineer that you could hire and to do work for you, right? So an exciting thing about this is just something as complex as programming that perhaps when you it's not your field to work with programming uh, skill set, then it may be quite hard to create anything that could be applied to the web or a tool that others can interact with. But with this capability here, like Devin AI, it seems to be available to create probably in the beginning some smaller tools or small extensions of that can be sold as services to other people. So that's quite exciting. Let's dive into it a bit and read about it. So here's a little search for this. This is so Devin AI is made by Cognition. So I'll post a link to this, and you can also see a bit more from this side here about what it is all about. From the search here, from Perplexity. Devin AI is a groundbreaking AI software engineer developed by Cognition, a prominent tech company that redefines software development by acting as a full-fledged teammate to human developers. Unlike traditional coding assistants, Devin AI operates autonomously across the entire software development lifecycle, from project's intake to deployment. It leverages advanced technologies like natural language processing, machine learning, computer vision, reasoning, and planning to understand project requirements, define software architecture, automate coding tasks, uh, identify and fix errors, and even contribute to open source projects. So how cool is that? So basically, we could give it a command to create a specific tool, and it will figure out what has to be done in order to deliver on that project. So it will do some planning, it will do some execution on that planning, create some code, analyze the code, test the code. If there's any bugs, it will work on resolving the bugs until it actually can deliver the result that is set up by the requirement and initial planning process. And it does it autonomously. And I think that's so mind-blowing. So I feel like when we're using ChatGPT for our projects right now, you also curious to jump into this multi-shot prompting as well. So just not just give it a command like, hey, create an outline for this blog post on a specific topic, and output would be an outline. But then you will take it to the next step. Okay, let's write this outline out to some a blog post suggestion. Then it creates that, and then you could take it to even the next level. All right, let's identify SEO keywords suitable, and then it will take that. Or let's repurpose this piece of content to other social media. So you would take those steps sequence of steps to create like a full bigger chunk of content that is possible, and that I see similar to what Devin AI is offering here, but of course in regards to the software. Give it a task, and then it will go through these multiple steps in order to resolve that, but it will also do it autonomously, and I think that that's cool. So we don't need to be present and analyze each answer of Devin AI in order to ensure the quality. There's probably still going to be interactions, right? Like after uh, giving a task to Devin AI, it will chew on it. It will come back maybe after 10 minutes, and you will see, whoa, what's the result? Does it live up to the expectation? If not, you can still go deeper into it and resolve those issues, right? But behind that, it's going to do much more iterations in order to solve the desired problem or create the desired outcome out of it. So this is very cool. Um, let's jump into a little video here. I This is also from one of the samples from Cognition, where you can see one of the employees, uh, Sarah, talking about and what. Hmm, So yeah, let's see here. So here's an interface from Devin AI where she gives it a task. Hi Devin, I saw in this blog post, and she makes a link to the blog post, that it's possible to generate images with hidden text. The blog post mentions a script. Can you get it set up and generate some images for me too? So she gives it these instructions, and then it will it will work on that to solve the issue, and it will do some coding. And you can see on this video here, it shows in this window here, it will show what it does. It reads the browser, it does some editor, it does it in planner. So it has this different way of structured progress, and you can also be part of it. You can screen through it, you can go into it and see what does it actually do in order to solve uh, the the task that you give to Devin, right? So that's very cool. And then at the end, so you can see here is a sample of a forest, of this hidden text in the nature, right? And then it will work. It will work through the text. It creates some coding here as default. Da, 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 da. Let's go a bit further, and I'll show you what the result looks like. And at the end, she gets this background, Sarah. So it utilized the blog post, extracted the information and defined the code. I'm not sure which generative AI it actually used to create this uh, image, but still, just the idea of that, how it works, is mind blowing. That you can have such interaction with AI to create this for you. So this is like agents, AI agents on the next level. Here's a couple of other examples. Devin, and this one, Cognition, ION, so Cognition. So that's how Devin AI is going to be perhaps our assistant. And I find it as an interesting example. I really see Devin AI to be like the next wave of AI tools that are going to be available to us as creators. So I'm curious also to hear perhaps what would you make with those tools like this? What would you ask a Devin AI to make if you had access to it right now? I find it quite cool. I find it very interesting. If you go to cognitionlabs.com, you can see several examples of what the employees have been using um, Devin AI for, and wow, it's quite exciting. Here's an interesting chart they're showing here, comparing real world software engineering performance compared to some other AI tools that are available for us right now, right? So ChatGPT here. So on this axis we have issue resolved, and ChatGPT 4 resolves issues less than 2% according to this graph. Then we have Llama, we have SVE Llama, we have Claude 2, so not the latest version that is available, Claude 2. But then you see when we have Devin which is of course does it automatically, right? So autonomously. So those are just where you need to be assistant. So once you ask to write a code to ChatGPT to write your code, but then you will ask, oh, but how to implement this or how to resolve this issue, then you will have to interact with it in order to solve all of that. Devin does it autonomously, everything. So that's the amazing part of it. And look how well it performs compared to the rest of the models here. So if that's going to be exciting to have fingers in this. And I could imagine that we're going to see more and more of this also for different areas in the industry and just across content creation. And wow, wow, wow. And I don't know how much you following the development of AI automation agencies. So there's definitely boom within that. A lot of people are jumping on board to that because while you can set up a sequences of generative AI in a bigger system, relying to different connecting to different systems like Zapier or through Zapier and connecting just different interfaces through our communication network through the tools that we use on a daily basis and to the team, the work team behind. When you create these connections, you can automate flows, and that is definitely a lot of value created within that. And I could imagine that something like then Devin AI is going to compete with that and or perhaps increase or let this area grow within automation because I believe it's going to be even more accessible to everybody who wants to get fingers in this and well and also as an example of ChatGPT, how fast things and tools can be adapted. I believe something like this could also be growing very, very fast. So that's exciting times we're going into, and that's what I have for you with regarding Devin AI. Curious to hear how you could be using this tool, and yes, I'll keep an eye on it. And once there's more updates, perhaps I will make a fresh video on that to see how this tool can be used in real life. All right, I'll see you around. Cheers.